Hi, and welcome back to another Moms in Business podcast where we are your hosts. I'm Allison.
And I'm Jade.
And today we are talking all things travel with children.
Sounds so fun, doesn't it? No, it doesn't.
There's a positive lining somewhere in there.
I always say we're not taking vacations as a family. We're taking trips. It's a memory maker. It's not for us to go and get relaxation. That you need to pay someone to watch your kids and go by yourself. But take the trip, though. They're fun.
Yeah.
They're stressful.
We have actually not been on like a huge trip since Briggs was born. We've been to the lake several times when we go down to see my parents. It's all just been within like a few hours, but it's enough planning to where you got to really know what you need and be able to like logistically handle everything. But you've had a ton more experience with planning trips and stuff.
Yeah, so we actually traveled when Reese was born. We went on, I think she went on 5 trips in her first year, on 5 plane ride trips.
Oh my goodness.
Not all was planned for good things, but my family lives in Florida, and so I got the baby flying thing down pat. And I would say, like, if you're going to travel with a baby, that's when to go. Like, go when they can't walk, you know, they can't crawl. And so they're so easy to fly with, and they're free. So if you have your first child and their baby, keep going on the trips.
Yeah.
But a couple, tricks of doing it so often, and now we have 3 that are 5, 3, and 1. And flying with them is quite the experience. We definitely turn our heads in the airport and stuff, but we still do it. I guess one of the biggest hacks is like a baby, like on the plane, like, when you go up and down in your ears are popping. As adults, it's frustrating, but can you imagine like what a baby is feeling to their ears? And it's hit or miss with my kids. Like some, I've been, if they're breastfed or bottle fed, I just make sure when you're going up and down, that's when they're eating. Or passy if that's what they take. But now Mac is was 18 months when we went to Florida, and it was awful. He was uncontrollable. And you could tell when it hit him and then when it stopped because he went back down. But until those moments, I was just having to tell everybody, I'm sorry. This is embarrassing and this is stressful for me, the mom. So all those people giving me nasty looks, I was like, you know what? I'll take your nasty look for 10 minutes over that car ride of 15 hours. So, 1,000%. But some things you just can't prepare for.
Yeah. And I think a lot of it too, like in the start, you're deciding if your destination, like let's say that you're going to Florida or you're traveling like 12 plus hours away. Are you driving or are you flying? For us, my husband 1,000% is a flyer. He wants to fly.
Yeah. So is Kyle. 100%.
I grew up where my family, we drove everywhere though. So it was like not an option to make that 15-hour drive 3 hours.
I remember some great trips, like where I was riding in the car and we would sleep in the floorboard and we'd lay 4 kids. I can't believe we were that small, but we would pack them in going to spring break. So we always drove from Kentucky to Florida every spring break. So yeah, now, I don't know why we think we're cool enough that we should fly everywhere, but the more kids you have though, the more I'm turning a switch. I'm a flyer, but the logistics of it and how much you have to take and stress, sometimes to me mentally it's easier to think, well, I could pack all this in the car
and then stop off at any exit and get anything that I needed at any time, whereas with flying it's
but we did that over Thanksgiving and it was the worst drive ever. So I'm back on the flying train.
Seems like neither is perfect, but maybe we have a couple of little tidbits and all that would be helpful and make it a little bit easier for you. So I think pros of driving would be that you can pull off anywhere. You can just pack everything and anything that's in the house, everything in the kitchen sink, right? And then you just go and it's fine. And then anything that you don't end up using, you just leave in the car. Sure. But then you have to sit in the car for 15 hours with Lord knows how many children and deal with everything head on without having any good break or speed.
Are you there? Yeah. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? She hit me. She touched me. I have to pee.
Yeah. So the pros then of well, the whole idea of flying is that it's so much faster. And if you can get past the like more planning that it takes, because you can't just stop off somewhere and grab literally anything, then I think the how much faster it is and the more efficient that it is with like you're going to pack less, so you need less, all things considered, and then you just go. I'm on the flying train.
No, I definitely like it. But then comes a little bit more logistics. So, like, we were flying, and then it's okay. We went to Disney, and it's like, okay, we get there. Luckily, my sister's going to pick us up. But I have 3 kids in car seats. So, am I renting those? Does she have those? So then paying for the rental car.
That's a good point.
And then paying for the car seats if you have to rent them, or are you dragging them all through the airport? So, again, both have their pros and cons for sure. Learned anything, they have these things called blow-up booster seats. So they like roll, they're really thin. So if your kid's old enough, needs a car seat, but can do just like the regular booster. It's not a high back, but it comes in a roll. That was pretty cool. It's like $20 on Amazon. So we now
That's super cool.
We now have those. I don't know when we'll use them again, and we didn't use them then, but I bought them.
I have them just in case.
I do a lot of traveling to Florida though, where my family lives. So my brother and sister have kids. So I've been very blessed that the flight was perfect, because once we get there, they have the car seats and they have the pack and play, and so I don't have to pack all that extra stuff. We go to my in-laws that don't have any children there, and it's a whole different ball game. So driving there last time was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. So
then if you're on the driving train, or maybe you're flying and you have a connection and you end up staying at that connection overnight or something like that, you need to pay attention whenever you're planning this trip. Like, am I going to be staying somewhere in the middle between where I'm starting versus where I'm ending? And like you were just saying, book the hotel in advance.
Yeah, we like to live on the edge. So we drove to North Carolina, and like there's a spot like where we think we're going to stay, but then twice now we get there and it's not a great stopping point because there's no hotel. It's a big city. And I'm like, how do they not have any hotels like right off this exit? But twice we've been burned. So the last time, I actually had one of my kids get car sick. That was fun. You don't really want to hear details of that. But it's late. She has thrown up all over herself, and now it's on me. And we're not sitting legally with the car seat anymore because she's gross. And so we're trying to find a hotel. Well, then it takes an hour. And then we get there. We get to a bunch of hotels. We go to like 5 hotels. And they're all booked. And it's not because they're all booked or they're all unavailable. Because one, didn't have hot water. One, the lady at the front desk says, I'm new. I don't even know how to book a room for you. I'm like, okay, that's the world we're living in. So we spent like so long trying to find it. So normally I would just fly by the seat of my pants, but now I think I try to book the hotel if I'm going to pinpoint when I'm going to stop. And with that, family of 5, we don't really squeeze into a regular hotel room anymore. So we have to look for those suite style hotels now, which they do have, but you just have to look a little harder.
Yeah.
So we learned that one the hard way. It's fun.
Definitely is a little bit more planning to figure out like where's the good stopping point, where's the hotel that's actually going to let me stay here, and then you mentioned something before we hopped on here about the packing for that room, right?
Yeah, so we always pack like just the overnight bag for the whole family. So we'll grab next day clothes, toothbrushes, anything we need. So that way when we get out, we're not packing out like 4 suitcases. We're just packing this one little bag. So that way we go in, it's late, kids are tired, get them to bed, and then we're just not unpacking the whole car.
Yeah, that's super smart.
That's been successful.
So something that is kind of like the same concept, but just smaller scale. When we go to the lake, I always make sure that everything that we're going to need in a pinch is in his diaper bag, where you've got the diapers, you've got everything, an extra little sunscreen bottle, some quick snacks, and then any like bottles, formula, or like cups for the kid at the same time, the toddler. Having that to where if you just had to like hop out of the car super quick and you just got to go somewhere, like you can just go. Same concept, again, smaller scale. But packing for the lake is really just about like, if it's a consistent thing that you do, like you just keep a packed bag. like all the time. You just get one of those cute little bog bags and you stuff it full of like your, what are those things called? Puddle jumpers. You get your puddle jumpers in there, some extra swimmy diapers, some wipes, and sunscreen. And then whatever extra like clothes you want to pack for you and your significant other, like, and then you can just like get up and go. So if you have a regular vacation or trip spot, just keep that bag somewhat packed every time. And then you're just grabbing the essentials, toothbrush, toothpaste, whenever you go to head out. Unless you're like a super packer. And then you have one of those extra bags, which I am a super packer. I keep an extra bag. I actually keep an extra bag in my car as well. So that's another just like daily tip. If you need some extra stuff all the time, get a cute little zippy bag thing. We have a little leopard print one that I keep in the back of my car. And then I just have a bunch of extra stuff in there, like little like nail polish remover wipes and stuff like that. The stuff that you never want to take anywhere. You never remember to buy, nothing like that. It just stays in my back seat, and I never have to think about it.
I live on the edge then.
Oh, yeah, I do not.
We don't even pack daycare bags very nicely, like, you know.
Oh, no, it's like unpacked and repacked every day the exact same way.
Oh, no, my kids, I think one day Mac came home with Reagan's pants, or Reagan came home with Mac's pants. I don't know. And that's not a great combo. At least if Reese and Reagan were doing it, it's fine. But, like, yeah, we're not good at packing that.
That's really funny.
I pack my diaper bag very well. Kyle has his own. And so he's at the park yesterday, and I get there after I'm done working, and I'm like, no wipes? He's like, nope, somebody took them. I'm like, wonder who that could be. Like, but maybe you should look in there every now and then. So
that's hilarious.
Yeah.
I really like the fact that you guys have like two separate. You have your diaper bag that you take off the hook, and then he has his.
He doesn't like that mine has actually more stuff in it, but then it's very handy when it like is unlimited snacks can pop out of my bag, and he's got.
That's nothing. What I'm saying. I get those little travel like butt pastes and sunscreens, and what's another one? Oh, like Briggs used to have like this face thing, so I had to put like vanity cream on it. They have travel size of everything. They just throw a little travel size in there. It's nothing.
I got full size. It's just heavy. It's a workout.
Oh my God. You took out that tub of Big Joe's butt paste.
Yeah, I have Aquaphor. It's the regular size. I have 3 kids.
Okay, yeah. I guess you do have to like multiply by 3.
Like it's not.
Like in the event that like everyone broke out into butt rash at the same time, we got them covered.
If you go Aquaphor, it's multi-purpose use.
That is true. That's very true.
So, but speaking of bags, like another trick that we use is like kind of like the bag of tricks. So before any big trip, I'll go to the store and just buy kind of crap. Hate to say it, but it might not come home with us. But it's a new gadget, new toys, new coloring books, crayons, markers, stickers. I don't know, anything that they can use that's like, okay, it's been an hour, you've been good, pull something out of my bag of tricks. Kind of gives them something new to play with.
That's super smart because it like they're gonna get bored of whatever it is that they've been doing.
Oh yeah.
So like this thing is new and shiny and like.
So bag of tricks is good, and then the snack bag, dude. Just pack the snack bag. Like, oh my gosh, don't even keep track of those. Just.
This isn't a counting calories. Like this isn't a bring your box of organic tomatoes. This is like where's the goldfish? Where's the Cheez-Its? Where's the high process, just gonna make them happy kind of thing.
Yeah, you should have seen us on the plane with Mac when his ears were bothering him. Man, I was trying everything. You want 7 suckers? Sure, dude.
Sure. Fine.
Suckers. People felt bad for me on that trip though, because those ears, it just hurt really bad. But
yeah,
anything you can. So get new snacks, new things they've never had, new candy
snacks
they've never had, anything that's new. And then the tablet. There's no shame in your game on the tablet. Like it's a travel is survival of the fittest. So just give them the tablet, download new things, make sure you download them, and make sure they don't expire. Like your previous downloads have not expired, because we got burned on that. I don't know which one it is, if it's Netflix or Disney, that they like whatever you download doesn't stay downloaded.
And you're downloading it because the tablet that you got does not have data on it.
Well, it might have data, but like if you're in a car, like the plane, yeah,
Oh yeah,
like,
on the plane.
On the plane, that data doesn't work.
Yeah.
So just download it.
You need to have the movie, like the movie they're into that they're gonna watch.
And of course, my kids fight because we downloaded different things on each tablet, and they always wanted the opposite kids download tablet. So
that's about right.
Makes for fun. The other big thing thing that I now will have to do on every trip is we just went to Disney and we got this super nice hotel. It was like a suite because Kyle, we pride ourselves on comfort of sleep. So we want to make sure everyone had their own space. 2 bathrooms, no tub. All right, we're at Disney. That is disgusting in itself. Like, do you know how dirty and sweaty people get at Disney? And then here, my girls can take showers, and they do, so that's fine. But poor Mac, he's so little. He didn't have a clean bath the whole time because I was having to give him a bath in the sink. I could have done the showers, but that just, yeah.
And then it's slippery. Like I don't care what they say. Like
kid.
2 and under, like they're just slick.
But we're in Disney. I mean, I know people go to Disney without kids, but it's a very small percentage. So to be in a suite in Disney, why did I not have a damn tub? So
such a good point.
now I was like in real estate, I've had to buy a fridge for somebody or something. So now I will never book a hotel room again until until Matt gets to shower stage. Like, is there a tub in the room?
Yeah.
So
that's one of those things. You're not going to pack little baby tub with you, right? Like you're not going to pack a little, like that's dumb. You need to just make sure that the bathroom has a tub, I suppose. Call in advance.
Yeah.
Do you guys have bathtubs?
Well, but new hotels are going away from the tub. Like, if you're
so crazy.
In a newer hotel, like now it's a good question. I just didn't think about it. So
why would you think about it? Because you'd think.
I made sure, I'm like, I'm not complaining because we did use a Disney travel agent, which we're going to talk to her in another episode because you definitely need one of those. But I was like, this isn't a complaint, but just heads up, like if you use this place, like not all rooms have tubs. Yeah. Because just something new.
So crazy. So you should also look at where you're going to be staying and see what amenities and what like conveniences you're going to be able to purchase whenever you get there. So like essentially, is there a CVS or a Walgreens nearby that you can go and grab anything that you could need in that moment? That butt paste, the extra pack of diapers, the extra pack of wipes, or whatever the case is. That way, in the event that you either forgot something or you ran out of something, how close is it for you to be able to get that thing there? Because if it's just right down the street, I'm not packing extra. I'm going to pack whatever it takes me to get there, and that's it.
Definitely. So we always say if we didn't bring it, you can always buy it. Mm-hmm. So,
fun fact, my husband does not pack his toothbrush or toothpaste when he goes places. He might kill me for saying this. He only buys it. Like even like if we've never stayed somewhere where there is not something close by because we are not woodsy people. So we just go to the nearest pharmacy and pick him up toothbrush and toothpaste every time we go anywhere.
Help me understand. Could he not buy it here and bring a new one?
I don't think it's like a new thing. I think it's he doesn't want to bring anything. When he wants to pack as little as possible. And so then we stop and we get a toothbrush and toothpaste wherever we go.
Do you know that's like the lightest thing in your bag?
I don't know how many times I've told him that. And he's like, every ounce counts. And I'm like, all right, it's whatever. You do you. I don't care. Because I want to get a Diet Coke and whatever else from the pharmacy whenever you stop anyways. So it's fine. I don't care. You do you.
Does he have to buy shampoo and conditioner? Or he doesn't use conditioner?
No, he uses mine. Or the hotels. I can pack it. Yeah,
so maybe next time you just throw his toothbrush in like your bag, and then it doesn't count on his ounces.
And then I'm packing stuff for him, and I don't want to do that either. I don't know. Maybe this is overly complicated.
We buy a lot. It's funny on the toothbrush,
why that thing?
Yeah. But I get good at my bags for the flying because Alicia only does 40 pounds, and the other ones do 50. But poor Reese and Reagan got these really cute. Are we still filming?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. They got these really cute suitcases for Christmas, and they're like the little ones, though. But so Reese wanted to go on vacation and carry the suitcase. And I'm like, okay, are we dragging the suitcase through the airport or are we checking it? And we ended up checking it. But then it was like, so in her suitcase was like maybe some of her clothes and then all my heavy stuff. Because I had 40 pounds in this little suitcase that I was going to maximize. And so all my shoes and my hair curler thingy and straightener, it all went in her bag. We gotta fix this setup here, but yeah, it was worth her excitement to roll her little suitcase. But yeah, gotta maximize those pounds.
Yeah, that's smart. So then there's like mentally preparing for all of this. And there's mentally preparing with one kid, and then there's mentally preparing with 3 plus. Sorry for all of you people with 2. I don't know, they're somewhere in the middle.
The mental preparation just means to lower your expectations. That's really all you gotta do.
It's not going to go as smooth as you would like for it to.
No, you're going to take your kids out of your element. You're going to push them. They're going to be past their bedtimes. They're not going to be sleeping in their own bed. They're going to have so much fun, but they're going to have really high highs and then probably some really low lows. And, like, when we went I keep going back to Disney because we just got back from there in March. But, you know, my middle and Reagan had the most high highs. Like, I think she enjoyed it the most, but she had the most low lows. You know, and you look back on it, and the highs outweighed the lows, and I would go again, and I would spend all that freaking money again because the moments that her eyes lit up were so worth it. But dang, she had some lows.
Yeah.
And just got to roll with the punches and grab a beer.
We've been pretty fortunate. Last year, he was like 6-ish months old, and we were realistically only going to the lake and to my parents. So, like, we always had the opportunity for him to nap on the boat or nap on the couch or whatever the case was. So, like, the only thing that we pushed was just him being out of his element and just being unaware. I'm interested to see how this summer is going to go because now he's probably going to be 18 months by the time that we actually get into the lake. And that's a totally different age.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if your kid's under 9 months old, travel, go. Yeah. Get
They're so easy.
Carrier, just rock it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It was so easy.
This is the carrier thing.
This is universal sign for carrier.
But I would just put a baby on me and they'd sleep on, they go wherever they want when they're that little.
Yeah, that's no big deal.
I think the hardest age is really that 18 to like right now that we're in because they know what they want, but they don't have the words to tell you. And their sleep is very important. And their nap is still very important. And it's hard to push the nap. Because
it's the one nap that's going to make or break the day. You don't get another chance.
Yeah, so that's the hardest age. So,
but I guess, like, wrapping it all together, it's remembering why you are going on this trip. Is it for relaxation? Or is it to get involved with all these activities and do all of these fun things? If it's for relaxation, you should get a babysitter.
Or bring grandma.
Or, yes, if grandma can come, bring grandma.
Yeah. I don't have that option, but it would be nice if I brought grandma. So
you bring babysitters though.
I know.
Sometimes
they cost money.
They do cost money. Yeah, babysitters cost money. But an extra helping hand is not a shameful thing or anything like that. Like, bring your extra helping hand because if you want everybody to have fun, more hands make less work.
Yeah, definitely. So, but just do it. Go on it. Have low expectations. Make the memories and
you'll just have fun. Relax.
Yeah.
Like, relax in the sense of, like, don't be so high strung. Just, like, do it.
Yeah. So you'll never see those people in the restaurant when your kids throw a fit again. It's just
that's a fact.
Just get on out of there.
Yeah.
So.
Thank you all so much for listening to this podcast. We look forward to next podcast. And then we've got some cool things in the works. So if you have struggled with traveling with your kid, drop that in the comments below or share that with us directly. You can find either of us on Instagram, Facebook. We're literally all over the place. So just share your best and worst stories with us. We would love to talk back and forth about those. So we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye, guys.